yeah, the Atlas Lions of Morocco rolled to a 3-0 win over Tanzania at the AFCON yesterday. Of course, signifying their intention to make a statement at the competition after the fairy tale run at the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. On that note, I welcome you to another yesterday at the World Cup, at the AFCON, I should say, yesterday at the AFCON, 2023 AFCON, and of course, a preview of the titanic battles that are coming up today in Cote d'Ivoire. James Agrebi is here. James, you're welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you, Femi. Happy to be on today's edition.
Kyle Ogundare is still a little bit under the weather. We don't know if Kyle has sneaked into Cote d'Ivoire, but in the nick of time, we'll get to know. James, let's get into it. Yesterday, when we previewed this game, we almost got it right, saying that Morocco would be expected to run riot, and that was exactly what they did against Tanzania.
Yes, I remember I predicted that they will win, but I didn't know that the scoreline would be this big. But I think the red card to Tanzania was, I think he played a part, after they exhausted themselves, and at some point you just have to crack, and Morocco went in. So you could just imagine if the team, if the players are still 11 against 11, if Morocco would have been able to overrun them, but I mean, they did what they had to do. We've seen teams who, despite the opponents going one man down, they still failed to do anything. But the Moroccans, they took advantage. They did the same thing what Senegal did, So I think Morocco replicated it. So that was what big teams do. When they have the opportunity, you take it. You have to take care of what is in front of you. So that was exactly what they did, and kudos to them. At least they shown their intent from the beginning. Everybody now know that we have a team that we have to look out for, and let's see how things pans out from here for the Moroccans.
Okay, how would you describe the fight that was put up by the Taifa Stars, James? Because like you said, I think in the first half they tried to put something together, for themselves, particularly after going down, and they were able to hold on until the second half. And like you said, I think that red card just was the final blow that discouraged them completely.
Yeah, quite commendable from them, for a small team like that. They tried to, even if they are not going to, even it could, like I said, kudos to them that they are still trying to venture forward to see if they can get something out of the game. Despite the fact that they were go down and the man down, they were still pushing and pushing. But I think at some point, fatigue setting, and they just crumbled. It's a good thing, good advertisement for African football that we have teams who want to go for it, despite the fact that they had a man sent off. Surprise! It wasn't a surprise that Morocco won. But at least they took advantage.
Was a bit,
yeah, took advantage of the situation. The most important thing is to get your 3 points, get the win off. So now they can relax and face other fixtures coming up in the group.
Okay, James. Before we leave Morocco, it's still like Algeria, almost the same faces. Were you impressed by any aspect of the game, or can we say that they have not also been tested yet in the competition? As you can say the level of opposition in Taifa Stars, you wouldn't compare it to if they are playing a team like a Cape Verde or even Mali, for instance.
Femi, you take care of what is put in front of you. They were not the ones who did the draws. The draws it was fair to them. So the teams that had the opposition that you expect them to blow away, they couldn't. Nigeria couldn't do it against Equatorial Guinea. Egypt couldn't do it against Mozambique. Ghana lost to Cape. There are teams that you expect these big teams to take care of. They didn't do it. Algeria, Morocco, and Senegal, they had the opportunity and they took it. So that's just the way football is. If you don't take care of your, if you don't take opportunity when it presents itself, maybe at the end of the day, you have yourself to blame.
Okay, James, let's go to the second game. DR Congo versus Zambia. We were almost close to predicting that it was going to be a draw because of when we saw the head-to-head, though DR Congo had the advantage, but we were almost saying that it's a game of equal strength, and that was what it turned out to be, 1-1 on the night.
Yeah, I think that was what we predicted. I can remember I said it's too close to call, very tight, to be a very tight game. The two teams look evenly balanced, and that was what we saw. So I wasn't surprised about the result. 1-1 was a fair result. They equally matched themselves, and that's why we had that result. So we now expect to see how they build on this. If they'll be able to, if the two teams will be able to build on this. I don't know who's going to take on Tanzania next. I think that team should have the opportunity to garner 4 points. That will not depend on the kind of Tanzania that will show up, whether the one that has been battered or the one that has been rejuvenated. So whoever is going to play them, you just have to take opportunity of the situation, because they are now down. Whether they are completely out is what we don't know. So we look forward to the next fixtures. But I say the outcome of the Zambia DRC, it didn't surprise me at all. I wasn't expecting anything explosive, or I know that it was going to be a very tight contest, and the result was well, we also.
Okay, for Zambia, I think their woes at the back continue, because they've not been able to keep a clean sheet in their last 4 games. And of course, we saw that DR Congo equalizing almost just after. James, you were saying that the goalkeeper should have stayed down. Wouldn't that have been deceptive?
So, Femi, you have to play smart. You have to play smart when it comes to things like this, because he was way off his line, and we also saw the collision. I wasn't expecting if the referee would call for an infringement. He didn't call for it. Maybe because the goalkeeper stood up immediately, and he was way off his line, so the smart player just lobbed it in. So he wasn't smart about his decision. He should have stayed down so that you kill the momentum. That's why in football you see teams when they are ahead, what they do is, they always say, you have, time wasting is not allowed, blah blah blah. That's why you see sometimes referee give additional time, but sometimes when you're smart about the whole thing, I mean, the referee will be left with no choice but to, just allow play to go on, and FIFA, that's why you see some teams when they are ahead, they take the ball to the corner flag. They start getting corner kicks there, free kicks. It's all ploy to kill time. Nobody can arrest anybody for that. But this one, in his own case, there was collision. He stood up quickly. I don't know whether he was trying to prove to everybody that he's a very strong player, which was, for me, was not smart at all. Should have stayed down, feign injury and kill the momentum. It was his action that led to that goal. So for me, I can't blame the referee. He gave the referee the power to take that decision.
Okay, all right, James. Let's go to the matches that we have today. It's a day with destiny for the Black Stars of Ghana. Else, they might just be on their way back home should they lose this game to Egypt today. Also, the Egyptians, they also will be needing a point in this game, because they can't also tell what's going to happen against Cape Verde in their last game. They've met 3 times in the past in the group stage of the AFCON. They've won 1 game each, then 1 draw. James, what are you saying today? We've heard that likely Mohamed Kudus, even if the Black Stars will have to give him all the injection in the world to make him be on the pitch today, is going to be on the pitch today. What are you expecting from Ghana in this game, James?
I expect a team that should be self-motivated, a team that should know that it's the win or bust game for them. This one, you don't even need a special tactics or anything. I mean, there are some games you expect the players to go all out, to just put in everything to win, because I mean, you kicked off the competition on a losing note against a team you were expected to beat. But now you're against an Egyptian team that can afford to even get a draw, because they didn't lose their first game. So it's all to play for Ghana. So I don't know how they're going to go about it, but they are condemned to win this game. You might want to say, okay, you expect them to maybe even though they lose, at least they should take care of business against Mozambique. But the way things have been panning out in this competition, you never can tell. Even the big teams that have won convincingly, they had to do it with a man advantage. So it's a win or bust for the Black Stars. It's sad that they found themselves in this situation, and even the key guy, Kudus, we don't know how fit he is. He might play, but really, is he 100% fit? That's another thing, So I don't know if he'll be able to live up to the expectation. Sometimes some players who are coming back from injury, they might want to be cautious because anything that will aggravate it might put him on the sideline for a very long time. So they will be cautious of that. So that might prevent him from giving his all, and you can't blame him. So. We just hope that they'll be able to bounce back from the setback against Cape Verde. But Femi, is going to be a tough ask for Black Star.
Okay. Of course, yesterday at the press conference, pre-match press conference, Jordan, you said that they put themselves in this situation that they have to do whatever it takes to get them out. James, if the Black Stars really perfect their strategy, I think they should be able to get goals that they'll be needing against the Egyptians, because if Mozambique could score 2 against the Pharaohs, it means that the Pharaohs actually have weak defense.
Yeah, Femi, it's you expect them to, but the thing about the Black Stars is they don't score goals plenty. We've discussed this thing in the past that they struggle in front of goals. It just by the odd goals, 2-1. You hardly see them win by a score of 2-0. They struggle in front. So it's going to be a tough ask for them. Yeah, and, so who is that player that they're going to rely on? We just talked about Kudus that he's just coming back from injury. The guys who are there, they don't just have that finisher. They just don't have it. So you don't win. We are talking of a team that have not won the AFCON for a very long time. You don't win the AFCON with things like this. You just need your players to be all cylinders, and they struggle a lot in front of goals. You check out their qualifiers. I mean, it was just by maybe 2-1, 1-0, 1-1. That was just the pattern, and it's not it at all. You can't just put all your eggs in one basket. You rely on Kudus. You find he has been in good scoring form for West Ham, but that's the club side. You don't know the way they manage him. That's why they have brought out the best in him. But this is the Black Stars where he just come a few times, play, and So I don't know if scoring goals, that's one headache for this team, and how they're going to do it against Egypt is what honestly.
Talk about the Super Eagles. It's a game for the big guns today. The Eagles must get a result in this game, or they too will likely be staring exit in the face, because just a point going into this game, a win for the Elephants will mean they're already in the knockout phase. A draw might give the Eagles a lifeline going into their final game against Guinea-Bissau. What do you think Jose Peseiro should do in this game? Because some ex-international who have spoken before this game said that they advised that the Eagles should take the game to the Ivorians. Do you see the Super Eagles doing that in this encounter?
Well, the way for me, I don't think that approach will be what should be in their mind. Fine, I know that it's important to go all out to win, but you're playing against the host. You play against a lot of factors, so you just have to be careful about it. A point to me won't be a bad result, if they can avoid defeat against Ivory Coast, which means they still have their destiny in their hands, because a defeat against Cote d'Ivoire will put them in a very, very difficult situation, because we don't know what the outcome of the game between Guinea-Bissau and Equatorial is going to be like. So that's why everything. They must not lose the game. Whether I win or a draw, just don't lose the game. So you're playing against the host, and Femi, the Super Eagles, if I'm not mistaken, they've never won against Ivory Coast in their own ground. I think I checked the record, and I can't recall seeing anywhere where the Super Eagles defeated them. So the highest the Super have got, the best result the Super have got against Ivory Coast is just a draw. The rest defeats. So you know that they have a work cut out. So
Okay.
That's just it. They put themselves in this situation. So just like what you said, they have to. Just like what you said about Ghana, they have to dig themselves out. They've come out with a lot of assurance, and let's see whether they will put words into action.
Okay. Of course, the Ivorians, the coach, League, has said that he's expecting a tough game. That he knows the game is going to be difficult, but he said his team is determined to win. Just like the Super Eagles, both sides have been talking to James. One man that the Super Eagles should actually watch out for is also Frank Kessié. Since 2017, he has recorded 6 assists in the AFCON. No other player has recorded the same number of assists except Mohamed Salah, who has four assists. What do you think the Eagles should do now that they won't be missing someone like Alassane Yusuf, who is already out of their counter?
Well, you just have to do what you have to do. This is what we've been talking about the Super Eagles. You don't have midfielders who create enough, and this is somebody that they have that can do that. And do we have the players who will shut him down? We don't. So the midfield is one area that the Super Eagles have been lacking for.
They've been giving concern. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and now you are coming up against a player that is so inspired. A player that can help his teammates, that can do things. Like the Super Eagles midfield, where you just chop and change, and today you have this player, tomorrow you have another player, and so I think what the Super Eagles will do is just try and contain the midfield of the Ivorians, because we don't have those players. We don't have the players who can match them. We can just contain them, and hopefully something will come out of it. And when things like this happen, the person that will suffer from me is Victor Osimhen, because he thrives on deliveries. In the last game, you saw the way he was trying to hustle for himself, and when you keep doing that, you exhaust yourself, and you don't put yourself in a position where the other players will locate you, because you're just everywhere. Because the main engine in the team is not that okay. So who is that player that's going to create? Alex Obi that should be doing that. He only does it in bits. So it's a tough task for the Super Eagles, honestly.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the Super Eagles will have this option of Kelechi Iheanacho and of course Terry Murphy are in the camp now. Of course, also Ivory Coast, they are thinking that they might likely have Sebastian Haller for their counter. James, let's talk about the final game of the day. Or the another game of the day. I think it should be the first game of the day. Guinea-Bissau versus Equatorial Guinea. I think Equatorial Guinea will go into this game with a much bigger confidence, because getting a draw against Nigeria, coming into this game, they will be in a better mindset than Guinea-Bissau, who lost 2-0 to Ivory Coast.
Yes, they want to take the opportunity, but for me these two teams look evenly balanced, so I won't be surprised if there's a draw.
Like the Congo Zambia.
Exactly, yes, evenly balanced. It's not as if the Equatorial Guinea are miles away better than Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau, I think it was just they were so unlucky to face the host team in the opening game, so with pressure, anxiety, and got to them. Maybe had they been in any other team, they would have given their best. But playing against the host team, the crowd and everything, I think it was overwhelming for them. So, but I see them bounce back from that. So I won't be surprised, Femi, even if they go all out to nick the victory. As if the Equatorial Guinea was so super against the Super Eagles. Just that the Super Eagles failed to convert scoring chances and made their goalkeeper look world class. So they are not going to get it easy against Guinea-Bissau. It's going to be a tough game for them. I won't be surprised if the game at the end of the day ends in a draw.
Okay, but I fancy Equatorial Guinea taking at this one. The fate of Chris Hughton hangs in the balance today. Should the Black Stars lose this game, the GFA, the pressure might be too much for the GFA to handle. And of course, for Jose Pesero, the sports ministry in Nigeria have said, even including the NFF, they've said they're going to review his performance based on what the Eagles are able to do at the AFCON. So these two coaches, they have their jobs cut out. I do not envy them. James Abiribi, thank you so much for your thoughts on the show today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Femi, and good luck to the Super Eagles. We hope that let's do it. We will continue to see the campaign, or else it will be so sad that with everything that has been put in place for the campaign and everything, for the push and everything, and at the end of the day, God forbid they crash out in the first round. Femi, that won't be palatable at all.
Okay. Yeah, you're lucky that Kayode is not here. Will have said they should come home, even if they do not do their job, we say they should come home. And to our fans around the world, we appreciate you for your continued support for Sport Africa. Please don't forget, like always say, please subscribe to our channel, share our videos, let us know what you even think about the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. So far, what has impressed you the most? For me, is how well these so-called smaller teams have performed. What has impressed you? Please let us know in the comment section. Tomorrow we'll be back with another yesterday at the AFCON and a preview of the matches that will be going down on Friday. My name remains Asha Ololu Afemi. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.